Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to Stamping Through My Stash. It's Wednesday, and every Wednesday I do a Stamping Through My Stash video. My name is Jackie Vandersar-Boot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. It's a crazy busy life, but people I love live on both sides of the ocean, and both of them are home to me. So, stamping through my stash means that I ink up a stamp set and I use dies that I haven't used before. And the reason I do this is to make sure that everything is in good working order because you have 3 months to, if something is defective, that you can send it back to Stampin' Up! And they will replace it. Or sometimes you don't even have to send it back, they'll just send you a new one. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. So it's always a good idea to, when you get your stuff, that you try it all out. Make sure your ink pads are juicy, make sure your blends work, all the things. The other reason that that's a good idea is that if you use something, you're most likely going to use it some more. It's not just going to sit on the shelf and gather dust. And you can save your die cuts and your stamped images and tuck them into the case, and then they'll be there as a surprise the next time you open it up, and you'll have a bit of a head start on your creativity. So today we are going to examine, see, there's just a little bit of a hint there. We are going to take a look at citrus blooms. Now, this is just a little bit of a foretaste. I love the font, and I love the saying, you're the best kind of person. Isn't that great? Just checking in. I'm a huge fan of Happy Mail just because. And those flowers, you can, they look like oranges or tangerines to me. I don't think you can turn them into a lemon, but they're beautiful. And it's good. I don't know if we'll have time to color them today. I'm going to be using the designer series paper, and I'm going to be showing you all the dies. So let's start with the dies. Usually we start with the, I'm just going to see if I can brighten this up a little bit. Yeah, I did. And you can see that I've been a bit of a lazy die cutter. I haven't poked out all the little bits, okay? So, and then I found out too late that this one actually, if you run them all through at the same time, oh no, I think it goes this way. No. And you can see how it does go the other way. It does kind of nest right in there, see? So you can put them all through at the same time. And then we have some, look at that. 4 of these really nice leafy branches. And these ones you can use all of these. Remember to not just use your set as a bundle, but to combine it with other things. Hopefully I'll get the chance to do that. These cut out flowers. And then I have 2 of these. They cut out the centers, or you can just use them as stars. But they're a little bit wonky. They're not perfectly straight stars. And then we have 2 big dies that cut out the stamped images, okay? And I'll show you what they look like. Here is one, and here is the other one. And then we're just going to move all of this out of the way, this way, and take a look at how pretty this is. Here is the, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. There is a stitched, see that little dotty edge all the way around? Isn't that beautiful? And then here's the other one. And then take a peek. I'm just going to put them in here. So there's 4 sizes of leaves, and then there's a couple little ones here. See? Then we have, here are the die cut little centers for the flowers. There's 3 bigger ones and 3 tiny ones. And then here are the flowers. So, oh, I'm running out of space. Just a second. Here and here. Okay, so those are the die cuts, and then the 2 big ones. Okay, I haven't checked yet to see if these cut out the images on the paper. We're going to find out. And then I put them all on my Stamparatus plate. Now, if you live in Chatham, I have, I think, 4 Stamparatuses left. So if you want one, let me know. They are for sale. And now I need, oh yeah, it's funny how the Stamparatus looks completely different when there isn't a plate on it. And I will zoom back out. And we're just going to clip that into space, place, and here we go. I'm going to put a piece of white here, add it with the magnet, and then we'll ink them all up, and then you can see how nice it is. And then we're going to be making a card, and I already did some trimming, and I'm going to show you the paper that goes with this because the whole suite is just really beautiful. It reminds me of Portugal, the tiles in Portugal, and the lemon groves that I saw along the Amalfi Coast in Italy. And Portugal was a trip that we did last year for a weekend. I know that sounds so posh, but Gerard's daughter lives in Portugal, and you can get a ticket to Portugal fairly cheaply because it's like a 2-hour flight. So here we go. I'm going to go over it just one more time to make it a little darker. That's the nice thing about the Stamparatus, that you can do that. And there. Give it a nice firm press. There we go. There. So here we have it. Let me turn it this way. So there's all the stamps. You can see how that one can make a really nice background. And the little flowers as well. So I think it's a gorgeous set. And now let's take a look. If you weren't sold already, wait till you see the paper. And maybe the paper is all that you want. You can pick and choose. And I should also, there's gems to go with it. Let me just find those too. Okay, here are the gems. They're kind of in a yellowy gold, in a beautiful blue, and an iridescent white. Almost, I'm sure that if you put it on the blue paper, it'll pick that up. It's just gorgeous. It almost looks like, they look like opals. Now let's see what they're called. Opal Rounds Assortment. I didn't know that, but that is what they look like. One of my mother's favorite gemstones is an opal. Okay, are you ready for the paper? Oh yeah. So this is the paper that we're using for today's card. And I used it for both elements. So this is the background, and then I fussy cut out a branch of the oranges and a couple of the images from the side, and I'll show you those in a minute. But I love blue and white. I think it's part of my Dutch heritage. It reminds me of Delfts Blauw, but it's also very Portuguese, and I'm guessing even Italian. I'm not sure. But the colors, the freshness just pops right off the page. So here you can see those flowers are also in the dies, and I don't know. I'll check later to see if they fit. I don't feel like fiddling with it right now. And then here's another beautiful tile pattern. And here's the luscious lemons. Just beautiful. And then the yellows and the blues just go together so well, don't they? And then a bigger version. You could also cut these elements out if you wanted to. Then we've got just the fine flowers if you want a more detailed. I think this would also look nice in a little strip. I love combining patterns for cards. It's kind of like I used to sew and quilting. Quilters would really appreciate this as well. So, you can combine hobbies. I just need more hours in the week. So this just makes me really happy. Pretty paper makes me happy. And that's what hobbies are supposed to do, right? And pretty paper also makes it really easy to make a beautiful card. So it doesn't have to be difficult. I see all kinds of possibilities here with this big one, that you could just cut out a tile or make a pattern. It's beautiful for scrapbooking as well. And here we have oranges and lemons combined. And then here we have another orange one. Is this one? Yeah, this is the one that I trimmed from, and then this is the other side. So isn't the paper beautiful? I think so too. All right, we are ready to make a card. And I'm going to start with a white base, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or 10.5 across, so 21 by 14.85 scored at 10.5 centimeters. Let me just move these out of the way. And then I've cut a piece of pattern paper exactly the same size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or 10.5 by 14.85. And then, before I go any further, I want to show you something. This is the Stylish Shapes, or these are the Stylish Shapes dies, and I love them. So you've got stitched squares and circles and banners, and they're a go-to. I reach for these a lot. And I'm going to use them in today's card. Take a look. I embossed the banner in white, all the love. And then I've done a very little one in boho blue. And what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just looking for my scissors. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to start with this little thing. And then watch. We're going to, I'm just going to move it off the thing. We're going to go like this. Oh, and I have to say that this card is completely cased from Kylie and Bruno Bertucci. I got their newsletter and this was one of the cards and I thought, oh, I love it. You know, so all our work doesn't have to be original work. We all around the world make beautiful things and I love it when people use my ideas. Oh, I better plug in my laptop. It says it's going to die. We can't have that happening. There. I forgot my phone charger in Chicago in the hotel room. Just highly unfortunate. So now I charge my phone with my laptop charger. So sometimes the one or the other suffers. Now I was thinking to use a glue dot, and maybe I'll still do it. It doesn't give you any wiggle room though. So put a glue dot on the back and then decide how far you want it to go. There. And then a glue dot on the other side. And now I'm just going to lay this on and kind of eyeball it. And I can't have the glue dot showing, so that's about as good as it's going to get. There. Okay, so that's going to go on the card at the bottom, about here. And I'm probably going to pop it up, but I'm just going to lay it. Now, because I'm cheating a little bit, I laid out my elements on the card because I didn't want to forget how to do it. So here is the little half piece that I cut off the side. And then here's the other half piece. And you know what I did? For in between the leaves and stuff, I used this tip for, it's an X-Acto knife tip or blade for the Take Your Pick tool. It's a fantastic little tool. So on the one hand, the pokey tool is almost always in there, but these things just come out. And see, there's a little putty tool for lifting things on the other side. There's also a rotary thing, a perforator tool. So that's a great thing. Just keep it away from little kids. And then I thought that I would pop this one up because then it looks really cool. This is going to go down a little bit. And this one's going to go up a little bit. There. Okay. Now, I'm hoping, I lost the lid for my Tombow adhesive. It fell off my desk, and do you think I've been able to find it? I have not. So this poor thing has been sitting on my desk without a lid. So I'm just going to give it a little shake to see if it will come again. Oh, yeah, it works. Okay. I was afraid it had dried out completely, but it has not. So that's very, very good. Okay, so this is going to go down a little bit lower. Right along the edge. There. So don't waste those edge elements, is I guess what I'm saying. They have potential. So a little bit of glue here. And there. And now I could lay this on flat, but I think it would look nice. I just kind of want to tuck this branch underneath here. Yeah. This little branch has to go underneath the orange, and then this leaf has to go up above. That's kind of how I want it to go. And then it has to go a little bit like so. All right, I think we can make this work. All right, so before I do this, the last piece, I'm going to now glue this on my card front. So this is a thick, basic white card front, and I'm just going to use my block as a bone folder. Works a dream, so you don't have to buy a bone folder. If you have one, great. The bone folder is also great for making a spatter with your blends, okay? You take your blend, you take the lid off, and then you tap on it like this, and then you get a really nice spatter. But we're not doing that today because we don't need a spatter. I just wanted to tell you that the bone folder is a great tool. Okay. So now I'm going to just put a thin bit of glue right along the edge. I don't want it to ooze, but I want it to be sealed along the edge. And then a little bit of a drizzle in between. And I'm just laying this flat on my table so it doesn't dry out. I really should look for the lid, don't you think? Okay, now this goes like this. Okay. I went for another beautiful bike ride. I try to go for a bike ride every morning. Um, I my soul needs to be in nature, and I have to tell myself that I need to take care of myself, and I can't be working all the time. So I try to start my day. I have breakfast, and then I either walk or bike. But I usually bike in the morning, and then I'll walk in the afternoon and take Bailey with, and Gerard. But the biking is just wonderful. There's so much beautiful nature here. And I'm so grateful for that. It just grounds me. I had a headache this morning and I wanted to take a paracetamol, and I thought, no, 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 Jackie, wait. Get on your bike and go for a bike ride. And the wind, it was kind of spitting a little bit. I thought it was going to rain, and I thought, you know what? A little rain never killed anyone. And it never got to more than that. Okay, I have to find my dimensional story. The next job is I really have to clean off my desk. If you look at the last video, I think it was my cheer corner video, Gerard did a little intro and you can see the mess. It's still a mess. So look at that. It's hiding right on here. Anyway, yeah, going through nature. It's such a populated country, the Netherlands, but they make such beautiful bike paths, and they have little oases and oases. And yeah, you get the feeling that you're still in the middle of nowhere. And it's really nice. And there's like, they section things off. They have little sanctuaries, and the swans are there, and there's all kinds of ducks, and there's rabbits and herons, and it's just beautiful. And they're all singing, and yeah, it just makes me happy. Okay, so here we go. It's important to find your happy place. And you know, even in big cities, I'm just going to tuck this up a little bit and then put that underneath. There. Look how pretty that is. We've got the depth. Can't you? You can almost taste and smell those oranges. Okay. And now so thank you so much to Kylie and Bruno for this inspiration. It's just really nice to have an easy card to make that you know is going to be beautiful. And here we go. How pretty is that? Well, guys, how long have I been going? 17 minutes and it's 3 o'clock. I really do have to end this video so that I can upload to YouTube and to Facebook. And I'm going to explore some coloring tips. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with pencils and then add some color with blends. And so stay tuned, and I will be uploading a short. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel yet, please do so. I've got a whole series of shorts, and they are a minute or less, and they show really amazing techniques and tips and tricks. And then there's playlists for Cheer Corner, for Stamping Through My Stash. Just subscribe to my channel, and then you won't miss a thing. And I also have a platform membership, so that if you want a monthly PDF tutorial, if you want exclusive videos every Thursday, or if you want training as a demonstrator, check out those options. They're all there, and they're all quite affordable, and you can stop it whenever you want. So thanks for being a part of Stamping Through My Stash. The links for the products that I used will be in the YouTube description, and I'll try to post them on Facebook as well. They will be for my Canadian web shop. If you need help in Europe, my Stampin'Up demonstrator name is Jacomina Bolcha. I have put in the request for my official last name to be changed to Vander Sarboot, but I'm waiting. Okay, so I don't know how long that's going to take, but I hope it happens soon. It's high time, don't you think? All right, have a super day. I'm so happy that and honored that you joined me today. Bye-bye.